at this time. One thing that we've been promising is that we will get transparency and we will get all the information out. Justice is a relay race. It is not a 40-yard dash. And we have some great baton passes that have taken place in the last few days. I also applaud Chief Hall for bringing in the Texas Rangers. I thank them for their work. And then they have handed off that baton to the district attorney. And I know she and her staff will do their job. So as a citizen group, let us make sure that we care about justice and we do the right thing in this time that we're getting through. We'll get all the facts. We'll get it all there. No one's going to get extra credit for showing something on social media when it's not true. Let's think about the family. Let's get if anybody's got real information, she's going to take it. Let's get it out there as quickly as we can and get this behind us. Thank you so much, Faith, for taking this on.
Yes, questions?
Judge, in the honor of transparency and justice, as the mayor just mentioned, can you explain to the public, since you had a conversation with the Texas Rangers, why it's already determined at this juncture, that this is a manslaughter case as opposed to what we've seen previously, a murder case? That
has not been determined. The Texas Rangers made the decision to issue an arrest warrant for manslaughter. The ultimate decision in terms of what this charge will be presented to the grand jury. Faith Johnson, your Dallas County District Attorney, has taken on this case. And believe me, we will make certain that justice is done in this case. So I have full confidence in my investigators, my staff, that we will get to the bottom of everything, and we will present not only the evidence that we already have, but we will have continuously, we will look at the evidence, and we will have even more evidence that we will be presenting to the grand jury. So keep in mind, what happened yesterday was that the Texas Rangers had probable cause for an arrest, and from their viewpoint, of manslaughter. Yes.
When you said you had a spirited debate, where did your office come in on that spirited debate, and what was it about?
Well, obviously, that conversation was a private conversation. We had our views. I can't get into the details of it. But at the end of that conversation, the Texas Ranger made the decision that it would be manslaughter based on their viewpoint. And I'm not challenging them on their viewpoint. I think they did a great job in preparing the investigation and conducting the investigation. So I'm not going to challenge them on what they did. They worked hard. But what I'm telling you is that now this case is in the hands of the Dallas County District Attorney. And we are going to, my staff had said to me yesterday, Judge, I've only gotten 8 hours sleep and 4 days, 8 hours. So that tells you exactly our commitment to this case. And we will continue to be committed, and we're going to unravel whatever we need to unravel. We're going to unturn whatever we need to unturn, and we're going to present a full case to the grand jury of Dallas County.
Judge, hold
on, one question at a time.
All right, you or Judge Snipes help us understand accurately what happened at that door. We need to know because there's a number of different stories out about what happened.
You all know that we will not talk about the facts of this case. We will not ever compromise our investigation. I think we have the history to know. You all see our history as it relates to taking these cases seriously, putting in the hard work, putting in the commitment. We will do no less in this case than what we have done previously. So we are committed to making certain that we get to the bottom of this. We will not compromise the investigation of the case. We will not do that. But trust me, we will present to the grand jury everything that we can possibly present to them, not only what we already have, but we have full faith that we will continue to gather even additional information that we will be prepared to present to the grand jury.
Is there a time frame of when this will be
There's no timetable right now. We're going to try to do it as quickly as possible, but we will not compromise the investigation. We will not go quick just for the sake of getting it to the grand jury. We want the grand jury to make certain they have everything. They have all the information they need to make the decision in this case, and that's what we're committed to.
DA, it took almost 3 days for her arrest and booking. She went to Kaufman County when she lives 2 blocks from Dallas PD. Dallas Police Department was not releasing her name until after a few days later. How do you explain to the citizens that this looks like special treatment? How do you tell them it's not special treatment because she's an officer?
Only thing I can say to you is that based on our history, we are committed to making certain that everybody is treated the same and with justice. Now, hold on. The Texas Rangers handled that investigation. I can't speak for the Texas Rangers in terms of what they did. We are in this case. We're in this case. This case is now belongs to the Dallas County District Attorney. So you have to take that point up with the Texas Rangers in terms of what happened. That was totally their call. That was totally their responsibility. That was totally their lead.
Were you in agreement with that?
I had nothing to do with what the Texas Rangers is doing.
You were talking to them for 2 hours. Were you in agreement with
the only thing I can tell you that we had a very spirited conversation. It was a private conversation. I cannot, and you got to understand this, I cannot dictate to the Texas Rangers their process, their investigation, what they do or what they don't do. I can't do that because I'm not their boss. But I am the boss of this Dallas County District Attorney's office, okay?
Judge, real quick, yesterday we were told by the family's attorneys that they brought forward new evidence that could change the course of this investigation, including new video and a witness. What exactly were you presented with, Judge, and did that have any kind of impact onto this charge?
Again, I cannot talk about the details of the facts in this case. We want to be able to, whatever happens with this case, just like in the Roy Oliver case, we want to make certain that this case stays in Dallas County. So I will not go into any details. Believe me, we love anybody out there who has anything they think that can help us. We want it. And we will talk to you. And we will interview you. Because we want everything that we could possibly have to present to the grand jury. We're committed to that. Yes.
Police Department's SIU unit already had a manslaughter warrant since Friday with the same evidence, basically, that the Texas Rangers have, excluding the interview with the suspect, the officer. So why was there not an arrest on the manslaughter charges that SIU had already taken to your office and waited for the Texas Rangers for 3 more days?
Until somebody, i.e. the Texas Ranger, issued that arrest warrant, it will not be an arrest. So some law enforcement department has to do that. The Texas Rangers was the leading organization, law enforcement organization that headed up this investigation.
The
So
DPD was prepared to do that on Friday.
I have no idea what happened between DPD and Texas Rangers other than the Texas Rangers took on the lead in this investigation. So they were given, I'm assuming, the opportunity to do that investigation, to talk to people. So since they were the lead in this investigation, and then after whatever they discovered, whatever they learned in the course of this investigation, then they decided to issue the arrest warrant for manslaughter.
You and the mayor both say that bringing the Texas Rangers in is the right decision. Why is that the right decision?
Only because transparency and an independent investigation as opposed to DPD investigating themselves.
That's
So.
it.
And I think I think the citizen would appreciate that. I think it's always better for someone outside to investigate you as opposed to you investigating yourself.
Judge, just as a follow-up.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Not to talk about evidence in chain of custody, and your office has the case. Can you tell the public, at least today, that there was more on the table here than just manslaughter?
Only thing I can tell the people of Dallas County is that we are receiving additional information, and with that additional information and with our additional investigation, we're going to have a full picture to be able to present to the grand jury. And the grand jury will be able to look at all aspects of this case, which will include anything from murder, manslaughter, or what have you. So yes, we have a lot that we're going to, hopefully not only what we have now, but we have a lot that we plan to be able to present to the grand jury.
Judge, can I ask you about the optics that some people within the community have regarding the process of this officer going to Kaufman County, a rural county, to turn herself in, go through that process. Many are suggesting that that therefore means that she will be adjudicated, et cetera, in Kaufman County as opposed to here. We're already talking about change of venue. Can you educate folks about that?
You all can help us with this whole issue of change of venue if you stop asking us questions about getting into the details of the facts. That's the issue in terms of change of venue. If the people of Dallas County have already made up their mind based on what they heard, it would be very difficult for us to get a fair jury in this county. I don't want this case to be transferred to another county. And just because she turned herself in Kaufman County, that was between her and the Texas Rangers. This case is a Dallas County case. The Dallas County District Attorney's Office is doing a thorough investigation. You can trust that. And you can trust Mine Public Integrity Unit. That is a unit that is dedicated to investigating police shooting. And I have full confidence in that unit. They do an extraordinary job. And as I just indicated to you earlier, they have gotten maybe 8 hours of sleep in the last 3 or 4 days. That's how seriously we're taking this case. And they are not through. We got a lot to do. And that's why once we get it all together, we are going to be presenting this case to the grand jury. But we will not be quick. We're not going to jump the gun. We're going to make certain we got all our ducks in a row, and we're going to present the best case that we can present to the grand jury of Dallas County. Hold on one second. Hold on.
No action has been taken at this point.
Judge,
yes.
Yesterday you spoke with Miss Allison at length. Apparently she poured her heart out to you. Can you tell us a little bit about what those moments were like with Miss Allison?
The only thing I can say to you, because those are private moments, we talked to the family, and not just the mom, the sister was here, the brother, the whole family was here. And we had a very good conversation. That's why they're here today. They're here today because they know where we are with this case, and they have a very good understanding in terms of all the work and all the efforts that we're going to put into this case. We've already put into it, and we will continue to. So we had a very good conversation.
So when will an incident report be released? Because that hasn't yet been made public.
I don't know when the Texas Ranger plan to release an incident report. So as soon as they get one, as soon as they release it, then we'll have one too.
Judge, can you tell me if the Texas Rangers, their investigation is complete, finished, and done?
No,
now?
their investigation is not complete. They too are still investigating this case, right alongside us. So they have other witnesses to talk to, other things to do. We too, we're doing more than just talking to witnesses. So as I said, and I will continue to say this, we plan to present a thorough case to the grand jury of Dallas County so that the right decision can be made in this case.
Judge, for clarity,
yes.
Jason and the others who are now on par with this and haven't had much sleep, have they had the opportunity to speak with Amber Guyger as far as the district attorney's investigation is concerned?
They have talked. They have actually reviewed some of the interviews and that sort of thing in reference to the police officer. Yes, I don't think, Jason, you all haven't talked to her personally right now, but we have reviewed the interviews. Is that correct?
We were present when the conversation occurred.
Yeah.
Not in the room.
Yeah.
We were part of that process.
Yeah, they were part of the process, but not actually conducting the interview.
Have the results of her blood alcohol levels been released yet, or have they come back?
We don't have any other information at this moment in terms of the results of anything of that nature.
Did anyone say how long her shift was before she got home?
I don't have that information. I mean, there's talk about how long she worked, but we're in the process of clarifying and verifying a lot of information.
Ms. Johnson, real quick, I'm sorry. I was here yesterday at 7 when the family's attorneys had a press conference where they were a little frustrated that this officer had not yet been charged and arrested. Meanwhile, she was arrested at 6:37. What's the disconnect there?
I don't know why they would have been.
Tell them?
I don't know why they would have been concerned. We had a very good conversation, so I don't know why they would have been concerned when they talked to you yesterday. I really don't.
Can we get an answer as to why it took you as a district attorney 3 days to make a statement regarding this case?
I was not the lead law enforcement in this case. The Texas Rangers were the group that was heading up the investigation. So we didn't want to intrude on what they were doing. So although we were in conversation with them and my investigators and my prosecutors were on the case, we wanted to make certain that the Texas Rangers did what they needed to do, and we were in constant contact with the Texas Rangers. We met with them on a Sunday because that's how important this was to us, to be able to finally see where they were, give us an update, and for us to also express our concerns and the things that we wanted them to know about our perspective of the case. So that's what we did. So that's why we're having the press conference this morning, so that we can be fully informed and not just have a press conference just to have a press conference.
Judge, do you think it's going to be harder to present the case you want to present to the grand jury and seek the charges you think would be appropriate with the Rangers' involvement?
No, I don't think it's going to be difficult. No. We have cooperation with the Rangers. And as I indicated to you, I applaud them. They're working hard. They're still working. They've been diligent in their efforts in this case, the investigation of the case. So we have a good working relationship with them. And although we have a working relationship with them, we also are doing our independent investigation. And ultimately, we will be the one presenting the case to the grand jury.
Judge, let me ask you about, under your leadership as the chief law enforcement officer of this county, elected, how does it make you feel to see yet again a police officer facing a criminal charge? You just convicted and prosecuted one. There was one in Carrollton who was off duty, et cetera, et cetera. But how does it make you feel now in this community, your community, to face police again, and particularly a black victim and a white officer with all the kind of extra that comes with that?
As your Dallas County District Attorney, it just makes me more committed to do what's right and fair. That's the only thing America, the state of Texas, Dallas County want. They just want to make certain that there's equal justice. And I'm committed to that. However many times it happened, or however many few times it happened, it doesn't matter. It can happen 1,000,000 times, it can happen one time. My commitment is to make certain that there's going to always be equal justice in this county. And that's my commitment to this community.
Can you speak to, one last question, can you speak to whether or not there's any truth to what the council member said when it was placed on social media about no one wanting to sign off on the warrant?
I'll speak to that.
I don't know anything about it.
I'll speak to that. It was totally false. It is a terrible thing for an elected official to get in the middle of an investigation that the Texas Rangers are doing and possibly hurt the DA's chances of doing what she wants to do. And we looked at every point that he made, and every one did not happen, and everybody should know that categorically it's wrong.
Mayor Rollins, we asked the district attorney how she felt about the police officer turning herself in Kaufman County and whether she's concerned about the optics of this. Can you offer your opinion on whether you're okay with her being allowed to turn herself into Kaufman County and
Look,
now this is allowed?
as mayor, you would do a lot of things differently. But my job as mayor is to make sure that in the long run, we get things done correctly. Every step along this way has been done professionally, and we are here today talking with the family that we've got a chance to make this happen. And so for me to kind of second guess little things like that, we're on the wrong side of the decimal point, guys, when we do that. With that, I also want to introduce a special guest here to Dallas, Texas, the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Alan Chesney. Thank you so much. I talked to the Prime Minister on Saturday after we talked, and he was in North America and wanted to show up. So he's going to be meeting with the family. We'll be meeting at City Hall. And thank you so much, Prime Minister, for you and the ambassador right there, okay, coming here, and I appreciate that.
And I want to just piggyback and say to you, whether she's turned herself into Kaufman County or not, this case is in Dallas County. And the same, whatever treatment she's going to get in Dallas County, she's going to get it, regardless of the fact that she turned herself into Kaufman County. That was a call that the Texas Rangers made. I was not a part of that, but it doesn't concern me because we're prosecuting this case in Dallas County. And we're prosecuting this case and looking at it thoroughly. We will be ready for the grand jury, and as I indicated, we are going to have everything we need. We would have talked to everybody we needed to talk to. We would have done everything we needed to do before we present this case to the grand jury.
What do you mean?
They will have all of the facts they need to make the right decision in this case. So, again, we are not concerned about the fact that Texas Rangers allowed her to turn herself in Kaufman County. So don't you be worried about that, okay? Thank you. Yes.
Clarify whether or not murder will be an option, might be an outcome of your investigation. Can you say right now that a murder charge might come out of
That it very well may be an option. That may very well may be. So we're not saying to you it will not. What we're trying to say to you is that we are going to have the grand jury is going to have a full picture of what happened in this situation. They're going to have a full picture.
In closing, I ask for the citizens of Dallas to respect the family. They're going to go through some difficult mourning. We've got a service on Thursday, and let's try to lift them up in those thoughts and prayers. Thank you, guys.
And I want to thank you all for coming. Thank you for your questions. And again, as I said to you, please continue to pray for this family.
Could we hear from the Prime Minister why he's here, his reaction to all of this?
Well, I don't know if he was prepared to make a statement or not. Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay.
Thank you all very much. We appreciate you.